Child labor is back. It's the Gilded Age is back.
Right.
A lot of these southern states are just quietly erasing these.
Okay, so this is just him admitting that. I believe this is him admitting that Trump is uniquely evil, and that the Republicans aren't just more of the same, and that they
Better late
are.
than never.
I believe this is what we're about to see.
Anti-child labor laws that don't allow you to work a 13-year-old overnight and don't allow you to hire a 12-year-old and don't, you know what I mean? So child labor is bad. It's the Gilded Age all over again. And I know a lot of people might feel differently about this, but I look at the American people like a tea kettle. There's a pressure building inside that tea kettle right now.
He's such a genius visionary.
And eventually that pressure is going to have to escape.
Well, yeah, I mean, accelerationists all feel that way, and they just want to turn the fire up on the tea kettle as much as possible because they think that eventually there's going to be a point where the tea kettle goes off and then we have utopia. But there's actually a lot of work that has to be done from getting into like the revolutionary tear down everything spirit into like a functional government that works for everyone.
Would you say that he's waiting for the material conditions, my dude?
No, I think he just wants everyone to boil over and revolt, which would be nice to see. You know, I'm a big fan of guillotines and torches, but I mean, I think this is a very stupid way to look at it. Like, eventually we're just gonna, you know, people are gonna suffer and take shit, and some of us are gonna rise up.
Suffer and die.
The people who suffer and die and lose their houses and fall into poverty, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make for accelerationism. Like,
Or Farquaad.
Yeah, exactly. The meme.
I think that Trump is a hardcore narcissist that could not, for whatever reason, fill the hole inside of him, right? They didn't understand the depths of what was happening with Trump. And when I say they, I mean all of us, right? And so there was this idea that he could be opposed and that he was going to be allowed. You remember after 2016, after he lost to Biden, the sentiment was, Trump's fucking done. And look at where that got us. Because if anything was underestimated, it was the black hole at the center of Trump.
No, if anything was underestimated, it was the apparatus around Trump, right? It was Project 2025 and the influence of the oligarchy. It was how uniquely bad Republicans are compared to Democrats, how much of a greater evil Trump and the Republicans are. That's what was underestimated. Nobody, you retard, nobody underestimated that Trump was a vacuous with no fucking bottom. Everybody knew that. Everyone knows he's a piece of shit criminal con man rapist. And we've known that for years. Everyone. You knew that. You know that. You know, you didn't underestimate how bad of a narcissist he was, idiot. The thing that you underestimated was, for whatever reason, that he couldn't do what he did, that he wasn't uniquely evil, that for some reason the Heritage Foundation, despite their glorious track record of success, wouldn't be successful this time around. That was what you underestimated.
I really hope he says, you know what, guys, I'm genuinely sorry. I was wrong.
You guys, it turns out Trump was a pretty bad narcissist. We all kind of underestimated that.
You know,
I was right. I was right about Joe Biden being a narcissist, but Trump, damn, like, I didn't realize we were dealing with a stage 9 narcissist there.
Many such cases.
What the fuck, dude?
Wow.
What the fuck? Fucking moron.
Because it's the worst thing that could happen to the Republicans. So many of them, when he was defeated, started shit talking. That's why it's so factionalized.
It's not really factionalized. Everyone is complicit right now in Trump's treason, right? Everyone is complicit in the fascist coup. All the Republicans in the House and the Senate, they're all complicit in it. It's not factionalized in the Republican Party. They're authoritarians, and they always coalesce behind the strong man. Always. That's one thing about Republicans that really never fails.
Now,
Yeah, but you say Chuck Schumer's part of the problem, yet you vote Democrat. Curious.
True.
he's got them by the fucking
True and
short
real.
curlies because he's all powerful.
I'm not going to respond to that because I already responded to that in my No Confidence remaster.
No one watched that.
No, it's not out yet.
Oh,
A mandate,
shit.
want a big
Won't be out until next week. After this, probably, actually.
election, took every goddamn swing state, and he's going to capitalize on every bit of that.
So stay tuned for that if you want to see my response to that criticism. If Canada hates us so much, why are they taking our money hand over fist?
Fake class.
Okay, let's see what he's saying here.
Fucking short and curlies because he's all powerful. Got a mandate. He won a big election, took every goddamn swing state, and he's going to...
He doesn't have a mandate. He doesn't have a mandate. He won by the slimmest of margins, the popular vote.
They're all calling it a mandate, though.
It's not a mandate. And look at the reaction to him. Look at the polls and how much buyer's remorse there is over Trump. Not a mandate. You're an idiot. That's his propaganda. His propaganda is that he has a mandate from the American people to gut the fucking federal state. That's
Even all
his
the press
propaganda.
conferences.
And listen to Paul just parroting it back. You know, he has a mandate. He won a big election. God damn it, took every swing state. Just unprecedented victory, which isn't true. Historically, that's
Even
not true.
press conferences daily all say that he has a mandate from the people.
Yeah.
This is all propaganda that Paul is like parroting back.
Totally bought into, hook, line, and sinker.
I capitalize on every bit of that. And the problem with it is that he's insane. He's an old guy that isn't quite there anymore, and nobody's gonna fucking tell him anything. He says it's done, it's gonna be done.
Yeah, he's uniquely evil, right? He's insane, he's uniquely bad, and he's doing tremendous damage.
Almost equally crazy friend of Elon.
Yep.
They're not, and it's like, okay, they're insane, but they're effective. They're getting what they want. Elon went on a government regulation killing spree for months, unabated pretty much.
Elon is going bye-bye.
I mean, he's stepping down from Doge, but that's, I think, more to appease Tesla.
I read a thing in Politico or whatever,
Yeah.
from the New Yorker, said an internal source in the Trump campaign said that Elon,
He got the gentle boot.
he's
You know what I heard? And I was reading the New Yorker, or was it Politico? I don't remember, but it's like, yeah, or you just, yeah, like that's in the news. That's a big news story.
whether he knows it or not, his time standing next to the president and soaking up the orange one's limelight is over.
I see.
He's going back to his broken companies. Oh, raise your hand if you called that, by the way.
Did you?
Paul's right again.
His companies are in tatters, especially like Tesla. Tesla is in the shit box. And Trump's about to cut the umbilical cord and go like, it's been nice knowing you, Elon, but get the fuck out.
No, he's about to really fuck him over with the tariffs. He's gonna be the killing blow of Tesla that's already lost half its value in like 3 months. That nobody in Europe is gonna ever buy again. That nobody here should ever buy. More Teslas.
Elon was wild. He had some good ideas. He had some bad ideas. But that's over now. You know, it'll be something like that. So he was due. I knew this was going to happen before he won the election.
God, Paul just knows everything.
Everything. He's never wrong.
He's always seeing everything. He's seen it all before. He was a union kid. He knows.
Limelight.
He's
or
lived
soaking in
forever.
that. Trump was happy to take it then because it was bringing in money. But afterwards, he thought he was going to be able to fucking keep acting that way.
It's a show. He's still going to be all the government contracts he gave himself while he was at Doge, right? Cutting funding for everything else, but giving his companies more funding. That's all still going to be in effect.
Like, remember, there were certain people they fired that, like, they went on the enemies list. Pence got put on the enemies list.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still kicking,
And
isn't
why?
he? He hasn't been disappeared and sent to El Salvador.
Why was he put on the enemies list?
Because he defied Trump in a moment in which he was uniquely evil in a way that no other president has been before.
Musk ain't going to be shadow shit. Give up on that. Musk ain't going to go
He is the he's already shadow shit. What do you mean? He's already
know.
been the shadow president. Like he already I know he has to have covered it. Everything Elon Musk has already done. If Trump casts him out of power, that's not like, Elon Musk has been defeated. That's Elon Musk created the greatest like heist in American history and got away with it without spending a day of his life behind bars.
shadow president nothing. Like I said, his best hope is that Trump is cordial in public and just goes like, I love Elon, but it was time for him to, he's a busy man. He's got stuff to do. That's if Elon
Doesn't fight it at all.
doesn't fight it and sucks the orange mushroom whenever he needs to. Because he didn't understand. It's like a I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me scenario. Elon thought he was buying himself influence. What he bought himself was a dog collar.
I think we should just kick them both into the same, honestly. We can throw all the other fascists in there too.
Right under it. That he doesn't give two shits or a fuck how long he's known you or how loyal you were during the election. He has no loyalty to anything but himself. And if you have loyalties to anything but him, you're done. And Elon Musk was standing there soaking up the orange light. You saw it. Standing up and talking to the press while his kid runs rampage all over the office.
I hate the way he talks, dude. It like makes me so angry. I feel like I'm listening to someone explain to me the simplest things in the world, but in a way that they think it makes them seem like they have wisdom that nobody else has. Am I so off base with that? Am I just projecting that onto his cadence because I know Paul and like I've analyzed Paul for so
Maybe a
for so
bit.
long, but
He also kind of like has a tendency to speak in generalities and vagueness.
and
that,
attribute like widely popular ideas to his like his special insight. Like,
But he's smart about how he exits these people.
So he's considering PR
Yeah.
at the same time.
But he's always ready to throw them under the bus. But he knows you can't just like kick somebody out and have them go straight to the. You got to do it a certain way. But once he's made up his mind, he doesn't switch it back. Like once a person has fucked him over, it doesn't matter how hard they grovel.
Yeah, he just uses like all of his intelligence is centered around PR.
what about Steve Bannon? Steve Bannon was in his good graces. Then he kicked him out of his, remember, sloppy Steve, and now he's back in his good graces again. Remember? Didn't he pardon him too for running the fucking scam about the wall or something? Like,
Notice I said he's insane. He's not retarded. The dude knows PR.
He's not a Rhodes Scholar by any means,
No.
but he knows PR.
The camera fucking loves him. I'm not saying he's like hyper photogenic. I'm saying the camera loves him.
The news. is
He-
obsessed
oh,
with
you're
it.
not
Knows
saying
how
that?
to yank the strings.
Thanks. Please explain to me the concept of Trump being like a fucking media whore. Please explain that to me. Like several times over and over, and also explain why he does it and how it benefits him. Again, please do it again.
On the media.
And only how
Than
he
any
figured
other
it out.
Yeah, he's such a genius.
Politician in my lifetime. He just knows how to pull the strings. And that is not stupid.
That's the third time he said the same thing.
That's not retarded. The dude is way more politically savvy than people give him credit for. And that underestimation of Trump,
Well, like you saw when he got shot at, his brain immediately flicked into how do I make this look?
right. He wasn't going to just like be seen being huddled away by he was going to stand up. So how many people, like, dude, if somebody shot at me and
On the ground.
I would be on the ground. And if I had people there and they told me, keep your fucking head down, I wouldn't defy them at all.
They would probably drag you up, like, okay, never mind.
I'm dead ass serious. And look,
I'm picturing like Paul's fat ass hitting the deck.
my mind would not be thinking photo op. Trump was on the ground for like 20 seconds before they started really moving him.
2 minutes.
And as soon as he stood up, you watch.
Yeah,
him
it was a
fight
little
against
while.
him. They go, "Look, keep your head."
They like blew the guy's fucking face off before they let Trump stand back up, right? Like,
Yeah.
And they secured the audience and everything. There were like the dudes with the fucking assault rifles like running around.
Down. He's like, fuck. He did that shit. And people thought he was going to lose to Biden after that. Again.
No. Biden dropped out like right after that.
That shit was.
Nobody thought that. That's why. Like Biden had like the lowest chances of winning the presidency ever. Like polls were coming out. There was no way.
There's no defying him. There's no stopping him.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, he's bad, but the strategy is not Trump bad, because that's just more Trump. Like, that's Trump's trick, it's still about me.
It's not even Trump's trick.
Yeah.
It's fucking P.T. Barnum. There's no such thing as bad publicity. The more people are talking about you, the better off
This is the fourth time we get to hear about it.
you are.
Yeah, but the Democrats just kept going Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad, Trump bad,
Yep.
Trump bad.
Instead of, here's what we're going to do good.
Yeah.
They've lost their messaging. Their messaging is now, think about that shit. Isn't that wild? For almost a decade or more, has been Trump bad. It's not working. Controlled opposition, right? We're presuming that they want to oppose Trump. When in actuality, they really don't.
The election, like, you're not saying Trump isn't bad, but that obviously isn't how you fight Trump.
No, the way to fight Trump was to make a compelling candidate. And Biden wasn't it, and Kamala Harris wasn't it. And I vociferously said that throughout.
Vociferously.
You also saying Trump bad, wasn't it?
He definitely vociferously said that.
When you jack shit.
I said Trump bad plenty. I've never stopped saying Trump bad.
But like you like going to the extreme, like some people were wanting you to do.
Oh, well,
Trump Hitler.
for them going to the extreme is suck it up and support Biden when there's no point in doing so. Like I could see.
So is he misrepresenting what we're critical of him for again?
Us, yes. The straw man in his head, no.
And Biden wasn't it, and Kamala Harris wasn't it. And I vociferously said that throughout.
Yeah, like you saying Trump bad wasn't gonna do jack shit.
I said Trump bad plenty. I've never stopped saying Trump bad.
But like you like to the
No, but I mean, you've downplayed though how bad Trump is, right?
extreme, like some
That's the criticism, is that you're not acknowledging that Trump is so much worse to warrant lesser evil voting, right? That's the criticism, is that you argue that people withhold their lesser evil vote just because Trump isn't bad enough to warrant it, right? So you do. You do kind of say that. That's what the criticism is. The criticism isn't that you also the criticism isn't that you're a pro-Trump and that you want Trump to win. The criticism is doing that activism, doing that action, withholding your vote leads to Trump winning. Dude, this is so crazy. This
It's
is
like
like
the same thing.
I know. I already said all this in the video I'm putting out, so whatever. But
Some people are wanting you to do.
Oh, well,
Trump Hitler.
for them going to the extreme is suck it up and support Biden when there's no point in doing so.
the point in supporting Biden and Harris. Okay.
There's
Look,
no point.
the point is what's happening right now. What's happened? The point is tariffs. The point is people getting sent to El Salvador without due process. The point is Elon Musk destroying the government. The point is annexing Gaza. The point is going to war with Iran. Okay? Those are all the things. No, that's actually not true. The point is not threatening to annex Greenland. The point is not threatening to do drone strikes in Mexico. The point is threatening to take more of Canada's land along the border. The point is not to do a fucking massive trade war with with China that's gonna fucking destroy the economy. The point is all the federal workers who have now lost their jobs or who have to live under the constant threat of losing their jobs. The point is all the veterans who have committed suicide because the veteran hotline is no longer available to them. The point is all the fucking water in California that Trump made us dump into the Central Valley for no reason.
He released it.
Yeah. Fucking Treebeard over here. Fake laugh.
Oh yeah, fake laugh.
I could see one
Totally.
thing about like maybe criticizing me for not consolidating closer to the event and going like, yeah, you know, if you're in a swing state, you should probably go vote Biden or vote Kamala or whatever. Maybe you could criticize me for that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we can criticize you for a lot, but I criticize you for that too. That's the main criticism. That's always been the main criticism. The criticism is that you tell people it does not even that it doesn't make sense to. Don't pretend like you said that, right? Don't pretend like you were saying, I said it's not worth voting for them. The point is that you explicitly told people to never support a DNC candidate. Your advocacy to the swing state voters is why we're criticizing you and why we're angry with you, right? That's the thing that you did wrong. Nobody gives a fuck what you voted for personally. That's not in contention. That's not why we're upset. That's not why. The point is because you and idiots like you who didn't have the fucking wisdom, the foresight to realize how destructive Trump was being, fucking Paul Stradamus, right? Because morons like you and Anna Kasparian tried to downplay the evil of Trump. Democrats are so bad, don't vote for them. Even if you're in a swing state, don't do it. Thank you for that. Even if just one or two idiots listened to you and went with what you said, there are thousands of Pauls in the world. There are so many people who get influenced by this shit, and it's just you. You're just one voice putting it into the zeitgeist. But these are actual arguments that are popular that we can attack.
That's how you really feel.
It's a fucking religion. Both are the same. There's nothing the Republicans can do that'll make me say that lesser evil voting is worth it. That's a fucking religion. You have a cult brain. I've got some accusations in Santa Fe to sell you.
Right?
Oh,
this
shit.
absurd
You
expectation.
didn't say Trump was Hitler enough times.
Well, no, yeah, this absurd expectation that in 2022 I start carrying Biden water, looking forward to 2024, was absurd. That's never going to be me. You do that, and the Democratic Party will remain exactly where it is forever. Ineffectual, controlled opposition, weak, stupid, media stupid. Remember that fucking dude? I'll never forget that.
Okay, so some Democrats are media stupid. Some Democrats are using the media, like Bernie and AOC, for example. Like AOC gets millions of views every time she goes live, right? Like not all Democrats are media illiterate. And Republicans have this huge media infrastructure that's funded by the oligarchy that the Democrats don't have.
Ancient old white senators with Pelosi at the helm of them wearing like a fucking
Pelosi's not a senator, right? She's in the House of Representatives, not a senator.
African dashiki rag. The squad sitting at around a teepee with their hair braided and shit. I mean, we gotta...
They're performatively woke. AOC is getting the word out there. She's informing immigrants of how to protect themselves from ICE. She's doing important work. She's out there rallying the troops with Bernie right now, being very useful. Rashida Tlaib, another congressperson, part of this, another squad member that I really admire.
Stop, guys. They don't know what Trump knows. They don't know how to be charismatic. They don't know how to be populist anymore.
Bernie's the most popular politician in the country, more popular than Trump, probably. He is a populist. He is extremely populist. There are, still labor rights Democrats. There are a lot of populists in the Democratic Party. Populism might appeal to people who are like conservative brained and tribal thinking more. But I mean, the Democrats are also populist.
I mean, probably the most infuriating thing about Kamala is that she didn't differentiate herself from Biden at all. Any possible differentiation, she's quashed.
Yeah. Well, he quashed it.
Yeah.
If you listen to how I was right and Vosh was wrong.
Was like, yeah, if you're going to do this, that's fine.
Our best video.
The reins.
Yeah.
I regained the subscribers I lost from that video when I posted the accusation one. But I had like 5 people unsubscribe because of that video. And it's all your fault too. I let you gaslight me.
It is all my fault.
That shit.
You should have cut that out.
Well, no, it's fine. I don't mind.
Heavily unsubstantiated claims on.
Yeah, you probably
Half-remembered
slandered. Like, you're probably liable for something, buddy. Hassan's got millions. He's gonna come for you.
I don't give a shit. Just keep streaming past the controversy.
Yeah, I mean, and okay, so just to clarify, in the video we're talking about, the Paul Gets a W video, I had a bunch of people pissed off at me because they felt like I was either too hard on streamers that they like or too soft on streamers that they hate. When talking about Vosh, Hassan, and Destiny, my point in all 3 cases is that all 3 of them have flaws, right? Some deep flaws, maybe. I don't know, maybe Hassan didn't do what we talked about him doing in that video, though. I said I wasn't sure if he did it. And I even said Hassan, I gave Hassan's side of it too. Like, why are you guys acting like I misrepresented things? I didn't. I said, this is what, if he did it, that's wrong. Hassan claims he didn't do what he's being accused of doing or didn't know he was doing it when he did it, right? I said that in the video. Calm the fuck down, everyone. I think he does a lot of good work, right? And I think, and the speech he gave during the fucking protests last weekend was great. My point is that these people are flawed, right? Vosh at least has his flaws. Destiny certainly has his flaws, but I feel like they're all net positives for the movement. They all have their controversies. They've all done things they probably shouldn't have done. If Destiny committed the crime of sending revenge porn, he should obviously suffer whatever consequences there are of that, right? I'm not defending him for that. More so than that, the thing that, I was very critical of his genocide denial for the first year of the genocide, right? That was my big criticism of him. And I also criticized him for being disingenuous with the way he engages with certain arguments. So I did make criticisms of Destiny, but I still feel like he's a net positive and that he does good things. Sorry, I don't want to get off on the tangent again.
No.
Yeah. Like, anyways.
The quote was,
Like and subscribe.
I don't care. Hate me. Go off in the comments. Tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how Destiny molested you when you were a child and how I should join the fucking bandwagon that wants to see him lynched.
before the big debate with Trump, 0 daylight, meaning there should be.
Watch it come out now that Destiny molested some kid or something. Like,
it's no daylight, kid.
Me and you, no daylight between us. My agenda
there's no daylight, Jack.
is your agenda, and your agenda is mine. Coronating her in the first place was a terrible strategy, but locking her into the very unpopular policy positions that were losing Biden, they wanted to lose to Trump. This is a fundraising opportunity, if anything, for the Democrats.
I mean, he tariffed. Like, the Canada thing is fucking weird.
Oh, him saying, continuously saying he's going to take it over?
Well, just punishing them at all in the first place. Like,
That he's going to redraw the fucking
They're our
border.
closest ally in the whole world.
They've gone to all the stupid wars with us.
Well, except Vietnam.
Yeah. A vast majority of the stupid wars.
Sure. They were smart enough to sit out Vietnam. I give them credit for that. They did go to Vietnam? No, they didn't.
Canada did not officially participate in the Vietnam War. However, it contributed to peacekeeping forces in 1973 to help enforce the Paris Peace Accords. Privately, some Canadians contributed to the war effort. In addition, 30,000 Canadians volunteered to serve in the U.S. military. At least 134 Canadians died in Vietnam. 10,000s of U.S. Vietnam War resistors immigrated to Canada to avoid the draft. After the war, tens of thousands of Vietnamese boat people were also admitted and became a unique part of Canadian life. They didn't participate in the war, but they sent people there after the war to enforce the Paris Accords. And there were individual Canadians who volunteered, and Canadians died in Vietnam. So, I mean, there you go.
Let's see. Let's put this to bed.
Oh, she's gonna look it up.
Good for her. See, she watches them for sure. I'm having an effect. I'm redeeming them. See, Paul, your sins have to be purged.
Canada did not go to Vietnam. Oh, him saying, like, continuously saying he's going to take it over?
Well, like, we're just punishing them at all in the first place. Like, they're probably our best ally.
Closest ally.
God damn it.
Also, turn off the fucking closed
Yeah,
captions. What are you doing?
I forgot those were on.
They did go to Vietnam? No, they didn't. Canada did not go to Vietnam.
Hurry up and look at, how is it taking her this long to fucking look it up?
I mean, yeah, not officially. I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of interplay.
No, go back. She
internationally,
found
and
it.
They probably manufactured some shit for it. They definitely were allies during it. But
Wow.
they didn't put boots on the ground in Vietnam.
Well, sort of.
Okay.
Well, every other
Congrats.
misadventure.
His stomach also deflated, so was his arms. Let's see how he's doing.
Technicality.
Yeah. So it's sort of a gray area, but the Canadians did not fight, and we already looked that up. I don't need to, and I'm done with this too.
Individuals.
Okay. All right,
shit.
so let's
There's more.
do. Yeah, we got more to do, buddy.